Hey everyone, we're live with another video. So right now we're going to play Mono Black Devotion. This is a deck that shows a lot of promise when Gray Merchant was printed in Theros Beyond Death, but it didn't quite pan out to be a tier 1 deck. But now it's got quite a few new tools with Ikoria. So the biggest one is that we get to play Umori the Collector as our companion. So we start every single game with an extra card in our hand. It's got 2 black mana symbols in its cost. It's a 4/5 creature. Cool. And we already were playing almost all creatures in our deck, so we can just pretty much play it for free. We don't get to play like, Witch's Oven or whatever flavor you'd want to go with like Bolas's Citadel or maybe Command the Dreadhorde, but there's a lot of good creatures here. And this is a 4-mana 4/5, makes them cost less. You don't have to cast it if you have better stuff to do. We also picked up Fiend Artisan, which is pretty awesome. We were playing some kind of crappy 2-drops for the double black devotion in the past, but Fiend Artisan is actually a card you would want to play in your deck. This is a deck that's decent at getting creatures in the graveyard, and it's awesome at tutoring out creatures. You can increase the density of your Grey Merchant combo kill. You can find whatever little piece you're missing, whether it's like a Midnight Reaper, a Shepherd, a Woe Strider. Yeah, it's pretty good, and all that for a 2-drop. And then we've got this Whisper Squad, which is one of the best ways there is to get a whole bunch of cheap actual non-token bodies on the board. Larius is a card that's showing up as companions elsewhere, but it's just pretty good as a 3-drop here. This style of deck's always glowed at the 3-drop slot, so we're playing like a couple copies of each, which is generally good when you have Fiend Artisan. You want more options. Decided that IR is the lesser of the important one since we're not doing the whole Witch's Oven Cauldron familiar thing, so it could even go down to 0 copies, not sure. Murderous Rider is not a tutor target, but it's the only interaction we can play other than Priest since we're a creature deck due to Umori. So the 3-drop slot is probably the most likely to fluctuate. Then the high end, we've got the Nightmare Shepherd, Grey Merchant combo, and Nightmare Shepherd. We don't have as many enter the battlefield effects as previous builds have used, but Nightmare Shepherd is still just probably going to win the game if it goes unchecked. So haven't played this deck with too many games yet, but I think my win rate is 100% with it so far. So we'll see how long that holds up through this video. It's definitely having the extra card in your hand with the companions just seems so powerful, especially when it's almost free in the deck building construction. Like, oh, I would only have to change these 1 card, like these 2 cards, to get an extra card in my hand every single game. So you're always going to have that extra 2 devotion available. You can always plop down a 4 or 5 creature to block against aggro, Okay, look, we have a curve 1 through 4. Just like that. Ooh, interesting. Let's see how this goes. I haven't faced too much mono red on the ladder since Ikoria was released. Probably just because people want to try out the cool new decks, but mono red's always good. In almost every standard format in the last 5 years. So, let's see. I don't know how likely it is we get punished for not leaving 3 blockers back. I guess maybe like shock. If they shock, they can't activate Banneret, so yeah, that's worked out fine. I mean, unfortunately, by nature we're light on removal for Legion War Boss, but what you gonna do? So we're definitely gonna want to do some blocking this turn with Gutter Bones, I think. I think it's unlikely if Priest is relevant. They just have to have a kill spell anyway. Woe Strider is just going to block and then probably escape later in the game, so I think I just want to use the mana more efficiently. Not sure. Oh, yeah. Okay. It's possible we just need to go up to 4 copies of Murderous Rider just because we're so light on interaction. Do we want to scry? I don't think so, because we can just play Umori. Do I want to play Whisper Squad instead? It's probably better on 5 so that we can do multiple things. That's not good. Huh, I didn't quite expect this. It makes sense though. Mono red Winota. I've been building Winota decks that were more based on white, but this makes a lot of sense. See how bad we get wrecked here. What was that? Holy crap. Okay. Okay. I think we found another deck to try in a video in the near future. Wow, we're so dead. Okay. This is awesome. I'm just gonna take the full brunt of the damage out of respect for our opponent. Nice. Okay, yeah, definitely mono red Winota, or red based Winota. Definitely something on our radar to try now. Okay, so I have a loss with mono black devotion. That didn't last very long. We played 0 games before we were getting a loss. Very cool, very cool. So that's kind of scary now because if that's the way, if mono red can pretty much work, and then I mean they do have to play a bunch of crappy humans in their deck. Like you're not gonna cast a white 6-drop in your mono red deck, but you know when they get the Winota draw, curve Winota, it seems hard to beat. We're a little light on mana, but it's a good enough hand. Playing against Luris. Do I just want to search something out? Why not? Do it while I can. Then it's the deck as well. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I think 4 Murderous Rider is likely the answer, since it erases the drawback of Umori the most. Alright, what's going on here? So they have like the Luris. They're playing like the it's a deck that we also have on our radar to make a video with. It's like sort of enchantment based Luris. Like they could be playing all that glitters and a bunch of the removal. So what happened here? They killed our Midnight Reaper and they made a zombie. So we missed on land. We have to save this Murderous Rider for Luris at some point because they have repeated removal. So I think we just drop another Midnight Reaper, I guess. I could have attacked with a 1/1, but they'd probably just take 1. Rather threaten a double block. If we have time to cast all the spells in our hand, it's probably game winning, but we have to draw some Solemns first. So Luris in this deck, it can get back any of the crappy 1-drops. Okay, so luckily it doesn't have any flying or trample yet. I spoke a little too soon. So I guess we're going to have to Murderous Rider that and hope we find some other answer for the Luris. Or that them casting a removal spell every single turn. Well, I guess I can just cast all his glitters every turn, which is kind of problematic. Yikes. Okay. Yeah, we just have to stem the bleeding, I guess. Should I do this now or during combat? I guess during combat. Hopefully, I don't know if they're playing anything that would blow us out. I can't think of anything. Seems pretty good. Luris is definitely an overpowered card. Oh wow, they're going deep on this stuff. Kind of makes sense. Okay. Well, Priest is like our only hope of actually doing anything relevant this game. They probably have a dead weight or something that will spell doom for us, but honestly, they can just kill us with all the glitters pretty soon. Oh, this turn, I guess. Yeah, that deck definitely seems like it packs a punch, because all that glitters is a very powerful card, but it has inherent card disadvantage, but the fact that you just get Luris every game completely erases that, so. Well, I was bragging about the win rate with the Mono Black Devotion, but so far we're 0-2. That's okay. Actually, I think I want to up it to 4 Murderous Riders before we play another game. I'm not sure what to cut though. Maybe just Sayara. Let's do that. I mean, Midnight Reaper hasn't seemed amazing in these games because we played against Aggro twice. Here we go. Alright, we finally get to try Fiend Artisan. Let's go. Murderous Rider does not ever pump Fiend Artisan. Playing against Karuga, so it could be a Wilderness Reclamation type of deck or a Fires of Invention type of deck. Based on this trial, I would guess Fires, but who knows? Could be anything really. It could just be some kind of controlling deck with big cards. Tap out control style. Okay, so I could search for any 2-drop, but I already have a 2-drop here. Do I run straight into if there's any zeros, you can just search them out for 1 mana. I think I don't want to just run into Deafening Clarion, which they almost certainly play. So I'm not going to play the Priest. I don't expect to be able to cast... well, now I'll play the Priest. I don't expect to be able to cast Swift End this turn cycle. If they just play Bone Crusher Giant, I'm fine with that. Interesting. So they shocked themselves and didn't cast Bone Crusher, so what does that mean? Could mean Flame Sweep. So let's just swing, and then they play Flame Sweep, and then they play Umori. Or it could mean any counter spell, I suppose. But I mean, just want to use my mana this turn. Yeah, Mystical Dispute. That's fine. We're still clocking them a little bit. Grey Merchant in hand. This deck might miss the drain capabilities of Iara and Cauldron Familiar and Witch of Oven, but having this extra card is pretty nice. Because we would have had a pretty bad turn without that last turn cycle. Alright, it's good that they just cast Variance on something better. Whisper Spot's actually really good. I do need to get this priest down again though, I think. At this point we're just relying on, like, our opponent either has the goods or they don't, but their deck is pretty much at their end game already. They drew their fires, so such a good card. Well, we're happy about that. Hopefully they don't have a Kenrith. Sure. They're okay, so they have the 5th land. That makes sense. These companions are busted. So many like already powerful decks can just play them. So let's see, how do we win this turn? There has to be a way, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 Devotion, and then 5, 6. So that'd be at 5. These would be dead. Or we could sack Grey Merchant plus Whisper Squad. They have 1 creature left. We attack for 1. No, they're not dead. Okay. Do I still want to just play Grey Merchant though? Oh, I also get 2 mana if I use Priest right now. Let's see. This could be wrong. But I guess in some combat damage prevents us from dying to Kenrith and leaves us with Grey Merchant in our hand with them at a lower life total, so. Cool. Happy to see mediocre creatures instead of interactive spells. So now we just went Grey Merchant. Six, yeah. Alright. Yeah, screw you, Fires deck. Alright, we got a victory. Score. I mean, Umori definitely helped us a lot that game. We had almost nothing to do on turn 4, and instead we got to play an awesome creature. So, and our opponent was forced to play counterspell. Granted, like Fire's deck specifically, their mystical disputes have a very small window where they're useful, because once they play their key spell, Fire's have been mentioned, they can't use counterspells anymore. But in general, like against any opponent, like our curve was way better just because we had that extra companion card. Looks pretty good to me. No companion. It feels like we're playing Commander in Standard now, and in every format. Like Gyruda dominates Legacy now. You can throw Gigantha in tons of Modern and Pioneer decks. Yeah, it's just like every format is Commander now. Well, this is an interesting spot. I could play Priest and hope, but it's so likely that I just have a random burn spell that I'd rather threaten. I don't want to take extra damage from Scorch Spitter. I'll play it a little more conservative. Against like a non-red aggressive deck, I would have played Priest there. It's an interesting attack. Let's see what happens. They just have yeah, Life Stage. I mean, that still seems good for us. They can't cast both of those. They wasted their turn 2. If we find our 4th mana on time, I think we're in really good shape. Alright, so they're incentivized to cast Steamkin next turn and Fervent Champions, so it seems like a good time to stick this Priest here, because if they want to deal with it, they're going to have to not play at least one of those spells. So it's like we 2-for-1 them. Alright. Okay, we're in great shape now. So, I can do a lot of things here. I can activate Priest, play Umori, play Woe Strider, or Lazotep Reaver. Let's see. I'm going to draw the card first. And by getting rid of the Amass token, I have the option of playing Lazotep Reaver number 2. Luris, that's actually pretty good. I can just play Luris, but then I wouldn't be able to play a follow-up card. So I'll play Mori. 4/5 is just so huge in this matchup. And then I want to take advantage of the mana situation here. That was pretty cool. I'm liking Umori a lot. It's really nice in this build. It's possible that we should have prioritized killing the runaway Steamkin, but I don't know. We got to do so much other stuff. Like, they're gonna be able to play out their hand pretty soon anyway, so I'm not as concerned with the mana advantage. Like, they've already used 2 of their light up the stages. I don't know. Yeah, so now we'd rather just kill the Torbrand than... Let's see here, so... Murderous Rider would cost 3, then we have 2 left for... Let's see... We could just play the Murderous Rider. Body. Seems pretty good. Alternatively, I could go Luris, plus Priest, plus Lazotep Reaver. Torbrand's pretty scary though. This is a tough turn. This turn will decide the course of the game, if I screw it up, basically. Luris has lifelink, which makes me kind of want to just play Luris. Yeah, sure. It also demands a point removal, which is awesome. And we have chump blockers forever. So... I guess... They're not... Would they trade off Steamkin for Umori? I'm not sure. I think we win if we just leave our board back. Okay, so let's do Umori on Torbran. And do we want to trade off with this thing? I think so. We don't die to Embercleave or anything. Huh. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six, potentially 7, 8. Let's see. Okay, Luris is awesome. I guess I should have sacrificed Goat. I don't know. Whatever. We have a Goat in play. Let's see, how much devotion do we have? 1, 2, 3. It would be 5. I think I'd rather just get their creatures off the table. And then we still have 3 mana available. So why is it still showing these guys? We can't play them right now. This gets our devotion up and more lifelink on the board. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. That was probably the best creature they could have this turn, but it's fine. Cannot gain life. Yeah, this game is not going to go much longer. Should I just trade? I think so. Spending the damage is like the same as getting the life. I think I'm just gonna do the same thing as last turn. Lazo tap. Do we have lethal? We might have lethal. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah. Cool. Deck felt really good in that game. Yeah, this deck feels pretty solid. I like it. I think an interesting thing to consider is that having Umori as an extra creature every game means, like in decks like this, like where you're a devotion deck and you're trying to always have a critical mass of permanents on the board, means you don't want to sideboard as much. But you always have access to this creature, so. Awkward mana, but I think it's okay. I mean, I guess 2x Whisper Swat is kind of a mulligan, but up against Luris. Luris really performed well for us last game. Definitely would consider playing, I guess 3 copies sounds good to me. Okay, good, we found our land, so we can threaten Priest. Rakdos version. I'm a little more scared of them now that I know that they're Rakdos. The red cards happen to interact well with what we're doing, I think. Okay. We're going to just use Priest for mana basically this turn. Just like fighting for board position a little bit, emptying our hand a little bit. So we've got 3 mana, so I think Whisper Squad and Fiend Artisan. We haven't actually activated Fiend Artisan yet. It's kind of a lightning rod. Opponents are scared of it. Okay, so they have that interaction going, but they're stuck on land, it looks like, so we should be able to pull ahead. I definitely want to activate Priest this turn. Question is, what should I do with Fiend Artisan? Maybe getting Midnight Reaper is pretty good. Or even Luris or something. That would cost 4 mana. And then we could have 2 mana left. Or I could just play Umori. Yeah, let's not activate Fiend Artisan this turn. Let's use that as a beater. I think next turn we might do Fiend Artisan shenanigans. Wow. Cool. There's no real point in attacking anymore, I guess. We have to be wary of them stealing our Fiend Artisan with the Claim the Firstborn, but it's not that big right now. I guess we can attack with these two. It's fine. Get in 1 damage. I guess we could also be tutoring out like Great Merchants at this point. Man, Fiend Artisan is a card that's going to take some getting used to playing it correctly. It's pretty tricky. So we could potentially have search out any 4 just with our lands. We could search out a more expensive card if we like play Gutterbone, sack, whatever. I mean, this game is pointless because like they're stuck on mana, but I still want to learn the sequencing right. So what's our devotion? 2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I mean, let's see. I'll just play Gutterbones and activate Priest and see where we are then, because we're going to draw a card. We have the other Whisper Squad, so it doesn't matter. We're not missing the activations or anything. Where's Rider? Maybe I should have searched out Midnight Reaper. For 6 mana, I want to get my beatdowns on with Fiend Artisan, so what else can I do on my mana? Maybe, can't return Gutterbones yet. Just play this guy. Activate ability. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I was just playing it slow, but pretty much anything we did there was gonna work out because our opponent was screwed. Alright, so we lost our first 2 games, and then we won the next 3, so. Deck feels pretty good. I think it could use some tweaking in the 3-drop slot for sure still, but it's feeling pretty good. I'm liking Whisper Squad, I'm liking Fiend Artisan. I'm loving Umori. Awesome card for this deck. Huh, more mono red, well, presumably today, or in this video, than in previous days playing Ikoria, standard. Getting our beats on. We find ourselves once again in the spot of, if we find our 4th land, we're feeling pretty good about our spot. We have Murderous Rider for whatever crazy threat they have. Sure. think that's a good trade for them, but okay. Cool. Just play Fiend Artisan. It's 2-2. They already played one shock, so. I mean, yeah, we're fine that they're using their turns to just deal with our random crap that we're spitting out there. Hey, look, a 4-5. That's pretty good. And I mean, we're still clocking them, so. Next turn, we might just go Nightmare Shepherd. Ooh, interesting. It's actually not great for them, I don't think. So this has First Strike. Ooh, Great Merchant. Pretty sick. I know that was the wrong order, but I just wanted to confirm that I was taking the damage to the face. If we had a sack out, I think we have easy lethal next turn, but. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, and then they're forced to block poorly. I guess, let's see, if we send with Gutter Bones, they just eat it with Bone Crusher and Chump. Do we prefer that? I think we just send with this guy. Or I could have sent with all 3, actually. Not sure. I don't know. I probably did that wrong, but I feel like it doesn't matter that much. We'll see. Small Chandra. We can cast a shock. Okay. They're gonna kill themselves? Yeah. Classy. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna end the video here. We've pretty much showcased how this deck works, although we never activated a Fiend Artisan. Yeah, we had a pretty good win rate with the deck. I think it has a lot of potential. It was really close last format, and it definitely improves with the addition of Umori. Luris seemed awesome. Might be better than Midnight Reaper. Yeah, that's the deck, so thanks for watching, and check back soon for more videos.